Hello, I'm Annie Larkin, Associate Curator of Public Programs at the Amerind Museum. I am pleased to provide an interview today with one of Amerind virtual autonomous artists, Gerry Quotskuyva. Gerry will be giving a free online salon art and sale on Saturday, October 17th at 1:30 p.m. Arizona time. You can watch the program live on Facebook or register to watch on Zoom. Gerry Quotskuyva is a painter, carver, and sculptor. His remarkable style has been nationally recognized in various media, including public television, newspaper articles, and books. Gerry has garnered numerous awards for his carvings and paintings from museum shows, and his work has also been showcased at group exhibits. Would you tell our audience about your journey to becoming an artist?
I became an artist when I was living here in Tucson some 26, 27 years ago, and actually never experienced the artist life in Tucson because I left immediately when I started doing the artwork and went back closer to home to reconnect with my culture. In the very beginning, I was doing what was very popular at the time, the dream catcher. But I did a modified version of it, and that was following the same format of hoops wrapped in leather. But I was stretching leather on the inside to make little shield earrings instead. And I ended up landing an account with the Stuckey's Corporation for 2,100 units a month. So right at the beginning, I took off. And that went for a number of years before I kind of expanded and started doing other things. And I had a really weird situation where this woman walked up to me one day and handed me a pocket knife, and she said, "Someday you're gonna need this." With the dream catchers, I went ahead and opened up a little shop in Old Town Cottonwood, depending upon the money that I was making from that to support the store while I was getting started. Unfortunately, one of the things I failed to remember in college was how when you start a business, somebody will always undercut you in your product. And I lost that account with Stuckey's Corporation. So it forced me to have to think, okay, now I've got this lease, I got to take care of my responsibilities and everything. I decided to go ahead and carve. I was close enough to the river to where I could go down and find some cottonwood root and everything. And I had lost that knife. I think I gave it away a couple of times, but it kept coming back. And I was digging around in my truck, and lo and behold, there it was again. So that kind of was the beginning of my becoming a carver.
Your latest carving project is quite massive, literally. Would you tell us about your gnarly root project?
This piece of root is perhaps the most unique piece of wood I've ever seen. Throughout the years, I've done a lot of research on Quotskinas, and both in archives as well as online. And while I've seen some substantial carvings, I've never seen anything with the volume as well as the number of different pieces of root that are all attached together. And in the case of this one, I found it in the Verde Valley, and it was 3 large pieces of root that fused together, came apart, and then came back together again. And there were other smaller pieces coming off of it. And I've been working on it for several years now through, mostly through artist residencies. So that when I'm at home, I'm always busy with my projects and everything. So I've had to focus on it away from home. And I'm about 4/5 of the way done with the roughing in process, which now will be going into the fine details. And I'm going to be, I moved to Tucson recently, so I'm going to be here showing it at different venues, as well as with my existing clients still have the opportunity to come to the house and see it. But I did get a chance to work on it for a while there at Amerind, and it was a pleasure sitting there and meeting the people who were stopping by to visit. I just really connected with everybody that walked in the door.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, October 17th at 1:30 p.m. Arizona time, when Gerry will be giving his free online salon art and sale. You can watch the program live on Facebook or register to watch on Zoom. Thank you, Gerry, and thanks to our audience for joining us.
Thanks for the opportunity, and see you guys then.